Good evening and welcome to Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. And no, this is not a rerun. Unless you're listening at another time, then it is, yes. I'm almost fully recuperated from that cold. Yes, you can kind of tell the difference. I'm not choking or anything like that. So, yep. So I figured by the weekend I should have my voice back 100%. Right now it's like maybe 75, maybe 80, but so far so good. It's a process. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Alan Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Right here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis in Chicago, and WRLN.com, a radio media station. Coming up in our last hour, we do a little thing we call foreplay. That's 4 songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. Make sure you tune in for that. And of course, we're on Facebook Live right now. When you come in, just hit share. All right? Here's Shaka. Russell Baker, what's going on? Shake and bake. Happy New Year to you, brother. So what did you do for New Year's? I know what I did. Absolutely nothing. Which was so unlike me, to do absolutely nothing for New Year's Eve. And I was pissed because I wanted to bring New Year's Eve in, making some money. And the gig that I had canceled on me yet again. Now they canceled on me once again back in 2020, naturally because of the pandemic. But this year was no excuse, none whatsoever. So I got absolutely no money, none. Which made me very sad. I was upset. And then I tried to go out, and the place that I was going to go to, they were closed. Someone went by there and said, "Oh, lights are out there. They're not even in there." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that was it. So I stayed on the couch all night and listened to the lovely fireworks that were outside of my door. They shot for a good 20 minutes. I counted from 12 until 12:20. Yeah, they shot for a good 20 minutes. And after that, I guess they either wore themselves out or said, this is really stupid. We're wasting bullets we could be using on shooting each other. After all, this is Inglewood, and they are not, you know, not too smart around here, you know. But anyway, that's it. So I brought New Year's Eve in on the couch. Yep, on the couch. New Year's Day, of course, I was at work on the couch. Yeah, there's a couch in my job, so I was laid out on that couch too. So got a lot of couch action. So that was it. So that's that. All right, Russell, make sure you share the video on your page. I would appreciate it. Thank you, and thank you again. Yep. Appreciate anything you can do. Whether it be through, of course, Facebook and all that stuff, or, it says bedtime stories with Dr. Alger. Donations are welcome via Zelle. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm still accepting late Christmas gifts, late birthday gifts, whatever. Late whatevers. I'll take them in any and all denominations. You know. So that's it. That's it. That's all. I remember there was a gentleman. This was a few years ago. Unfortunately, he lost his car. Um, to the repo man. And he got on Facebook. He said, if every one of my friends send me $1, I will have $4,000 to which to get my car back. Everyone thought it was a joke, except for him. It wasn't a joke. He said if everybody sent him $1 out of all the Facebook friends he had, he would have had about 3 or 4 grand at $1 per person. He was serious too. Unfortunately, he passed in a fire over on near Cottage Grove on 83rd near Cottage. You know, wow. I believe it was foul play because of the company he kept. You know, because he wasn't that type of guy. He wasn't no street guy. You know, so I do believe that someone set him up, or it could have been an accident. He could have knocked something over, whatever. It could have been, um, space heater, whatever. But I do think it was foul play. I really do, because he was such a nice guy. So I remember the night he had his housewarming, and we were there all night waiting for somebody to come. He asked me to DJ for him. I said, sure, okay. Of course, he didn't have any money to pay me. I knew that. Nobody showed up. I didn't know that. I didn't see that coming. So, yeah, I spent 3 hours DJing for him and his friend. And that was it. It was quite unfortunate. People who had uh, who had promised that they were coming, they never showed up. They never showed up. And he's calling. He's coming. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? I was like, ooh, that's not going to end well at all. And I kind of felt sorry for him because nobody came to his party. I was like, wow. I mean, I had my birthday brunch a few weeks ago, and people actually showed up who really wanted to show up for me. Um, you know, we'll see what happens next year or this year coming up, rather. The Spinners and We Belong Together, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Theo Huff, whose shirt I'm wearing right now. Hello, Theo Huff. He sent me a text message. I'm trying to read it here. Sir Charles Jones, Theo Huff Experience in Waukegan. Okay, I'm ready for that. That is, if I'm the MC. I'll really be ready for that, right? Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. There is a number that you guys can call, but I'm not going to give it out because I know you guys are not going to. Not going to call me. But anyway, I made a comment on Facebook, and Facebook wanted to block me, right? It was a battle between Crazy Howard McGee and Eric E.T. Taylor. And I simply said, kick his, you know what? And they said, it goes against our guidelines and all of that stuff. I'm like, it was, I didn't mean literally go kick his butt. I'm like, y'all a little sensitive there, huh? Glad I didn't say anything about Trump, right? No, they really would have been teed off. Chris Bass, what's going on, sir? Thank you for checking in. Russell, aka Shake and Bake. Russell Baker. Yep. I was just kidding. I don't want anyone to be hurt in any type of musical battle. Like, duh, it's a musical battle. Come on, Facebook, lighten up a little bit, okay? Here are the Isley Brothers, all in my lover's eyes, and sometimes in her pockets, in her wallet, and her purse. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. It's bedtime stories. The best side of me. I was like, really? When I saw that message, I just laughed. I had to. I'm like, that's the silliest I've ever heard in my life. A musical battle? Okay. Hold that thought. I gotta go pee. I know. Next time, close the door. I know. Mm-mm. Hey, something's missing up there. It's called hair. Think I should shave it off? Nah, I don't. I don't think so. See what it's going to do in the next couple of weeks. You be so beautiful. I guess my daughter's mad at me. She asked me to send her $30 today. Well, I didn't have it. I honestly didn't have it. I think I got about $30 left in my bank account, so I couldn't send her. You know, I got to make it at least until Friday. So she's probably angry at me, but you know, they do get over it. You know, Mm, yeah, I'm not gonna. Um, and I'm not trying to make a point or anything by not sending her any money, but yeah, the last 4,000 times I've sent her money without any reservation, just send it to her. But there's something going on with my Cash App account. I cannot use my Cash App card at all. So I can't, first of all, I can't send her money that way. Second of all of my bank cards are canceled due to fraudulent charges on both accounts, both different bank. Well, each bank. So I'm a little miffed right now. So today I had to actually go into the bank, physically go into the bank and withdraw money so that I could eat lunch. So that was it. Wasn't too happy about that because what? Well, you know the the bank is right up the street. The ATM is right around the corner. Bob Coleman. You know, that song always sticks out in my mind, in my head. Babyface, left over from last night's foreplay, and You Are So Beautiful. That song has been done by Joe Cocker. Babyface did a version of it, as well as Al Green. He did a version of it. But probably one of the best versions that I've ever heard was this one by Mr. Edmonds. I loved his version. You know, no drums in it or anything, just, you know. And the song was originally written by Billy Preston. Had to cough there for a minute. Cough button. Billy Preston did the original version, of course, because he was the co-writer of the song, along with Bruce Fisher, who's from Evanston. But something about Babyface's version, because it's like he goes out of tune at the end. You know, it's like he's trying to hold a note, but it kind of, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but he kind of goes out of tune towards towards the end. Anyway, having a coughing fit here. And that's okay. I got plenty of lemon juice and tea and all of that good stuff. Here's Little Anthony and the Imperials. What's up to Bob Coleman? Thanks for checking me out on Facebook. See, Bob, you got me coughing, man. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. Anyway, nothing but gentlemen tonight. Okay. Russ, Chris, Robert. What's really going on? Where are the ladies? Not that I'm complaining, fellas. Trust me. Uh-oh. I must have insulted one of the fellas. They clicked off. Okay, sorry. Like, what's wrong with us, huh? Put my dinner over here. Go grab my teacup. Good God. Need a longer song so I can go make my tea. Well, ain't time to talk yet. Oh, baby. You've been so good to me. I'm back, guys. The way that you do. Keep on. Mm, mm, mm. He was the king of the remakes. I don't care what nobody says. If Aretha was the queen, then he was the queenette. Luther Vandross. Cheryl Lynn, If This World Were Mine, originally done by Marvin and Tammy, right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Where are all my Facebookers tonight? Guess they're taking the night off. And it's Wednesday. Now, you all know this is actually kind of like my last day of the week, right? Then tomorrow is, another show. But anyway, once again, hello to Russell Baker, also to Chris Bass and Bob Coleman. Thank you so much for being on my Facebook Live. I appreciate it. Here's Zap and Roger. I just want to be your man. Be your man. Years ago. I want to be your man. I want to be. I want to be. I want to be. I want to be. from a CD called An All Star Tribute to Luther Vandross. That is If for Only One Night by Babyface, right here on Bedtime Stories. Ironically, Luther's version was not the original. The original was done by a little lady by the name of Brenda Russell. She did it first. As a matter of fact, she's the writer of the song. Brenda Russell. Look it up if you don't believe me. I'm sure a lot of people are like, Brenda Russell ain't make that song. Yeah, she did. She certainly did. Even before Luther got a hold of it. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Thank you so much for joining us on Facebook. I'm like very scarce tonight, but maybe that's because they're listening. Ah, aha, they're listening tonight. Well, that's a good thing. I'm glad they are listening to Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and William Smokey Robinson. Where is everyone? I'm about to shut it down in 17 minutes if nobody gets on here. I'm like, what's really going on? Oh, well, let me go fetch my tea. There we go. Now the numbers are going up again. Okay, cool. I was about to shut it down. I'm like, what's really going on? Getting the old Facebook diss. There we go. Stop all that noise. Good evening. Good evening. Come on in. Oh, somebody left. Oh well. Not what you expected, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, Smokey. I don't know about taking her back at this point. Maybe a few years ago, but now I don't know. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. I would say it was two in a row from Smokey, but one was actually from Smokey and the other from Smokey and the Miracles and Give Her Up, right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Thank you so much for joining us as always. Did you hear about the football player that got hit? This is not a joke. Um, he got hit so hard it sent him into cardiac arrest, but thanks to the EMTs who were there at the time, that may have saved his life because they started CPR on him and everything else. So that may have saved his life. He's still in critical condition though, but there's no word as to his vital signs because when you're knocked out that long, they're going to be problems. I'll just put it to you that way. But let's hope that he pulls through. Let's hope so. All right, because it's got the NFL up in arms right now. Now it's nothing that hasn't happened before. I'm just saying. What was that? I forgot the football player's name, but he did a book called "They Call Me Assassin," and he was the one that put Daryl Stingley in a wheelchair. So, yeah, I'm just saying. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Our prayers go out to the gentleman. You're the Blackbirds and Love So Fine. I have got to go see Whitney Houston's movie. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Elaine. Hell, I was about to cut it off. I'm like, ain't nobody watching me tonight. I'm like, where y'all at? Come on in. The water is fine. Just getting in from getting my hair braided. Oh, okay. Cool. You're always getting in from somewhere. But I shouldn't complain. I should be used to it, right? Yeah. What is he talking about? I don't even worry about it anymore. I don't even worry about it. I know, huh? Okay. You know, come and check on the little people every now and then. But I understand. You if you've been in the chair for 7, 8 hours getting your hair braided, last thing you want to do is come see my ass. I understand. Now, a few days ago, and this has nothing to do with you, Ronnie. Someone had promised that they were going to bring me some oxtails. Yeah, of course that never happened. I'm still waiting. You're Jamaican, I know, right? Okay. I've been home since 7:30. I'm just saying. But I mean, but if you have to have an excuse, I understand. It's cool. Oh, I rode by your house. You weren't home. I called all the radio stations. You weren't there. I thought you were still at work. No, only at work for 7 hours a day. That's it. Oh, I thought you'd have company. Company. If I can't get you to come see me, who else is going to come see me? I'm just saying. Oh, I thought you may have been busy. You know, you always working. Nope. Been home since 7:30. Got off at 6, stopped by, programmed this guy's station, and came straight home. Met him at 7, was out the door at about 7:20, was at home at 7:30, even after stopping to get something to eat. But it's cool. I understand. I totally, you know, totally understand. Yeah. I mean, if you can find something else better to do, I get it. I mean, like who am I? You know, good time, Charlie. Yeah, that's me. But I understand. Yeah, you need a Care Bear hug. Well, you're already at home, so unless you're going to send me a virtual hug, I guess. Hey, there's this friend of mine. She's so precious. She's always posting these things on Facebook. I'm like, are those directed towards anyone in particular? And she says, no. I said, well, why do you post things like that? You know, I might say hi to her or whatever. You can pick up the phone. I said, I know you can pick up the phone too and beat me to it. Call me first. You know, this one girl went as far as saying that she had feelings for me. I'm like, well, what happened? Why am I still living in a basement then? This was months ago. I'm like, all you have to do is say the word, and I'm here. I'm moved in. You know, I'll sleep in one room, and the other one will be my studio. I'm there. She got like a 4-bedroom crib. I'm like, I'm there. We'll never even see each other. Didn't happen. She put me down. You know, she proclaimed her love for me, but nothing ever happened from there. I'm like, okay, well, let me go home and get my stuff. Never got that invitation. It's like, okay, what did I do? I don't remember what I did. I don't remember doing anything wrong. You know, I said, okay, well, you know where to find me. 3 people shot in Walmart's parking lot on Doty Road, or Doty Avenue, as they call it. We call it Doty Road. Wow. 3 people shot. I thought that season was over with. Isley Brothers and Lover's Eve right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. And this just in, three people were shot in the Walmart parking lot over on 103rd and Doty Avenue, not to be confused with Doty Road. Three people, wow. Hopefully they're not, they haven't expired, if you know what I mean. Attempted carjacking leads to a deadly crash. That's Lake and Wabash. Wow. What's really going on out there? I tell you. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. Bedtime Stories, of course, is sponsored by our good friends over at Grubhub.
Get the food you love with perks from
Grubhub, of course, is a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories. Here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis in Chicago, and the best music of your life, which is WRLN.com. A Ray Neal media station. Yeah, we're heard all over. All over. Somebody congratulated me. I'm like, you're a little too late. I've been on several stations for the past almost 3-4 years now. But thank you for the congratulations. It lets me know that you're really not paying attention. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, hello to Ronnie. We were talking about the shooting over at Walmart on 103rd and Doty Road. She said, that's my mom's favorite store. Well, she's going to have to go even further and go to the one over there on 95th Street and keep from getting shot at. I'm just saying. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is for all the young ladies who have turned me down. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's nothing like peace of mind, right? Here's Will Downing. I can't make you love me. I can't make you love me. Ooh. Man, these people are on camera stealing. They are bold. Yep, I can't make you love me. I can't make you go out to breakfast with me for a second date. But that's cool. North Clybourne. That's up north. Oh, they got away in a Dodge Charger. Of all cars, I tell you. Mm-mm. Wow. Don't do what, Ronnie? Tell the truth? Oh, I'm sorry. There I go telling the truth again. I apologize. You know. Yep. I can't make nobody go out with me. I just can't. You know, but it's cool. You know. It used to bother me. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But like I always say, I think I've had too many women. And I just went through all of them. And it was like, okay, that's enough. I said, but wait, don't I get like, no, you don't get no more. You have gone through your women. It's like a bag of potato chips. No, there are no more chips left in that bag, sir. Well, come on now. It's a big bag now. I am done. When I say I'm done, I'm done. And that's it. I'm like, it's like a box of frosted, well, not frosted flakes. I can't eat those. A box of cornflakes. It's like, wait a minute, wait. It's a $4 box of cereal. I know I got some more left in here. Nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. You're cut off. Like, dang. Not a one? Nope. You're done. Dang. Okay. So, yep, all done. Yep, that's me shaking the crumbs off. I mean, I knew it was going to happen one day. I just didn't know it was going to happen this soon. I mean, like when I was at the other radio stations, I would be with somebody and people would still want to be with me. I heard this guy say today on the air, he said he got more attention while he was in the hospital from women than when he was not in the hospital. I was like, wow. I'm like, check you out. Okay. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow. He said they were coming at him left and right, I'm like, in the hospital? This man had like triple bypass surgery, and women wanted to come and jump into bed with him. I said, I'm feeling kind of sick right now myself. They don't want me. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Howard Brown Health, 63rd Street. I have to pass them every day. Wow. I was like, go on, bro. You pulling them in left and right. He's not even trying. He's not even trying, and they throwing it at him. I'm like, wow, I must be working too hard. I'm like, whoa, okay. What am I doing wrong? Mm-mm. I know what it is. I really do. I know what it is. You know, I play this nice guy on the radio, and they think that that's not real. They figure, once they get with me, I'm gonna be, will turn into Ike Turner on their ass. It ain't gonna happen. Trust me. It is not gonna happen. I'm not going to turn on you. Trust me. I would say I don't have a violent bone in my body. I do. I actually do. Comes from my father's side. I'm like, wow. What say you, Ronnie? If I ever go back to singing karaoke, I would like to sing that song right there. No One Can Love You More, originally done by, of course, my wife, Phyllis Hyman. That is Will Downing on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, keeping you company with the greatest love songs of all time. And that was one of them. I just mentioned Phyllis Hyman. Phyllis could do no wrong. She could do no wrong. But the record companies didn't know what to do with her. Here's this woman almost 6 feet tall, very statuesque, very pretty. Her voice, she was not a R&B singer or a jazz singer. She was a song stylist. And she took her chops from Nancy Wilson, a song stylist. There are only 3 song stylists that I know of in my lifetime. Phyllis, Nancy, and of course, Anita Baker, song stylists. They may have been, released on R&B albums or R&B labels, but they were just singers, flat-footed, could sing anything. I heard Anita Baker sing Bridge Over Troubled Waters one time. I was like, good Lord. Now, of course, that version that she sang was done by the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. The original version was done by Simon and Garfunkel. Aretha took it to church. Anita took it to Tabernacle, baby. Sure did. Sure enough. Here's Wilbert Longmire and Love's Holiday, originally done by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Mm. Yeah, because it does because it's just a dry cough. It's not, my chest is not rumbling like it's full of mucus anymore. So it's just a dry cough, which is cool. That means it's, coming towards the end of it. My voice is coming back and I'm not, hacking up phlegm every 10, 15 seconds. So, yep. But the better I sound, the better I feel because when I sound like, it's like that's not cool. It's not cool at all. What I've been doing is, um, make my bedroom. I preheat my bedroom before I go to bed, right? With my little trusty space heater. Because no, I don't have a radiator in that particular room. There's a radiator in every room of this house except the front bedroom. I should have turned that into the studio, but I don't want to face him, you know. So I chose to have the back bedroom as the studio. Plus, it's closer to the bathroom in case I have to run. So anyway, so um, anyway, I can't complain. What I can complain about is I put my money in my bank. Well, I have two banks. I have Bank of America and U.S. Bank. Well, I made the mistake of putting the money in the wrong bank. And of course, someone came along and decided they were going to take $800 out of my account, which was my rent. Needless to say, I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. So I'm just waiting for Bank of America to put it back. Otherwise, I'll be sleeping in somebody's garage, not basement, but garage. I'm back. So, needless to say, I can't borrow the money from anyone. I can't get a loan from anyone. So, I had to make a deal with the devil. I mean, the landlord. I will pay you when I get paid on Friday. That is, if Bank of America just, releases that money. Pam, what's going on, Pam? You little hustler, you Starbucks drinking hustler. I can't drink Starbucks, y'all. I tried. I went to Starbucks one day. I kept pouring cream in there, and it never turned any other color. It turned gray. I'm like, wow. John Caldwell, what's going on, sir? I'm like, how much cream do I need to put in there? I'm like, this is crazy. Preston Shanks, what's going on, sir? This is crazy. I mean, I'm just, I'm pouring cream in it, right? It's not changing. Pam said I need to be stop. I need to stop being a Starbucks freak. No, if that's, I mean, see, that's just it. Me, I'm strictly Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, I have a bag of Dunkin' Donuts coffee in the kitchen. That's how much I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Um, Preston said old coffee. I know, right? Lots of cream, lots of sugar. Yes, in order to, make it change. I'm like, good grief. But at least I tried it. I tried it. Yep, Dunkin' Freak. I tried. I really did. And then once I got it where it was, you know, ready for human consumption, I I I I went to drinking it and I was up for 2 days. Oh, you're Keurig. I use Dunkin', and when I'm out, I get Starbucks. What's up, Fox? Still waiting on those oxtails, but thank you. All right. It reminded me of the movie Harlem Nights. I had my mouth all tuned up for some oxtails, and they just never came. Yeah. Yes, Starbucks kept me up for 2 days. I'm laying down, I'm trying to go to sleep, right? I'm like, if I could just close my eyes. 2 days. Yes, 2 days, Ronnie. 2 days. I could not go to sleep. The only other time that I had that problem was when I told you I was not coming over. I was coming over in a little while. Oh, okay. All right. 2 days. The only other thing that had an effect on me like that was cocaine. Yes, cocaine. Yes, I did cocaine once, twice. As a matter of fact, the club that I worked at, they paid us in cocaine. They're like, either you want cash or cocaine. I'm like, cocaine? You know, and this was way before, crack, you know. I was sprinkling it on cigarettes, and I just thought I was just doing it big, right? Cocaine. What stopped me from doing cocaine? The Starbucks effect. I couldn't go to sleep. I had DJ'd a club one night, and I couldn't go to sleep. I just couldn't. I just laid there like in the bed, like could not. Yes, yes. I'm not ashamed, but because everybody was doing it. We had graduated from weed to cocaine, but my other friends, they kept doing it. They couldn't stop. from the same group that brought you the song Mainline, that is Black Ivory, and You and I, right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. What's up to Pamela Hawkins? She is a staunch um, Starbucks fan, and I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. Some people, they have to have coffee every day. I'm one of those people. I have to have coffee every day. The only thing is, I have a problem with Starbucks coffee. You know, I'm a Dunkin' man myself. Starbucks kept me up for 2 days. The only other thing that kept me up for 2 days like that was cocaine. Yes, yes, your hero was. I wasn't really hooked on cocaine. I was just curious as to what was going on, why all these people were, you know, falling out over cocaine. So I had to try it. I'm like, okay. So I tried it and I liked it. I liked the effect that it had on me, you know, when I was, you know, yeah, having sexual relations. You know, when I say I was up all night, I was up all night. It was like, okay, you know, here, let me rub a little cocaine on your. No, that's okay. I'll just keep it in my nose. Okay, don't put it down there. That's not gonna tickle. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. I don't do that stuff anymore. Trust me. I'm a weed head till I'm dead. It's Brenda Russell, but I refuse to smoke with Snoop Dogg or Willie Nelson. Forget about it. It's Brenda Russell. Girl, yep, cocaine. Ooh, cocaine. Wrote a song about it, want to hear it? Cocaine. Yeah, I was, I only did it a few times. And I remember this lady, she did an interview on me. She was like, I heard about your addiction. Would you like to talk about it in an interview? I was like, okay, sure. You know, I wasn't trying to hide anything. I was real transparent when it came to, talking about that. And that was it. Yep. I said, ask me anything. Yep. But it was like, you know, like I said, everybody was trying it. No, they weren't trying it. Everybody was doing it. A good friend of mine, um, a good friend of mine, um, we used to do coke together. I mean, he could put it away though. He could put it away. I mean, he must have had a third nostril up there or whatever. He could really put it away. So I was like, okay, couldn't hang with him. So one night he was doing, don't go there, Preston. I know what you're saying. He said once to another person in radio, he said, I could snort up more than you could smoke. I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of, yeah. I can snort up more than you can smoke. So I had to pick that person up from rehab, from osteopathic hospital. I was paid to do so. I was paid to be his driver. Yeah, I know, be nice. I was paid to pick up my idol from the hospital, from rehab, every time he had to go. Then I was to wait until he changed clothes so that I could take him to Manny's Blue Room so he could DJ. My idol. Yeah, that guy. Preston, I would have done it for free because it was that guy. I would have done it for free. But they agreed to pay me some exuberant amount of money just to drive him around, just to pick him up. I'm like, okay, you got it. So one night we were at Manny's Blue Room. He was DJing. He was doing a set. What is that on my arm? It's my chair. Oh. Yes and no, Preston. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes. So, one night he was doing his set over in Manny's Blue Room, right? He said, Al, I need to go to the bathroom. Can you play until I get back? I'm like, oh, okay, sure, no problem. So I played until he got back. Well, the owner of the club came over to me and said, you're pretty good. You want to DJ here on Wednesday nights? I'm like, isn't that his night? He said, yeah, well, I said, you're offering me this man's job. This man who is my idol, whom walks water as far as I'm concerned. I was like, no, sir, no deal. So he comes back from the bathroom and I tell him what happened. I said, they just offered me your job. You didn't take it, did you? It's like, are you kidding me? I would never steal a job from you. Never. I took one from Richard McGee once, and he didn't speak to me for a whole year. That's when I became the program director of WJPC 106.3 FM. Now, Preston, that record collection that you're speaking of, I want to let you know that that record collection is safe. I'm just saying, safe. It's safe. Only 3 people have a copy. It's all been digitalized, but only 3 people have a copy. Of his library. Don't sell it to these pilgrims. Guess what else I have? I have Richard's music too. Yeah. Singer, songwriter Brenda Russell. So good, so right to be with you tonight. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Coming up in about 23 minutes, we're going to do Foreplay, and it's an artist that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. We were talking about her today at work. Yeah, so I'm going to present her tonight in Foreplay. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and no, it's not this lady either. Here's Denise Williams, and it's going to take a miracle on Bedtime Stories. Yes, they are. Um, I was like a kid in a candy store. I went, what did I do? I immediately went to Walmart to get a hard drive so that I could copy this music off of this hard drive. Here's the story. There was an estate sale where they were selling Herb's paraphernalia. I got, I wasn't actually there, but someone near and dear to me went there instead. I got cufflinks. I got a bow tie with musical notes on it that he had worn. There's a third thing, and it didn't have anything to do with the music. Oh, this was Herb's T-shirt. Of course, by Herb being much smaller than me, smaller and taller, this stays on the back of this chair and will remain on the back of this chair. Yeah. Hey, Latanya, what's going on? Hollywood. So there's something else that I got. Oh, one of his hats, but not a cowboy hat. So I have his cufflinks, which are diamond encrusted, and they have H on them. So every now and then I'll wear them, just because. So I was DJing one time on the near West Side, and a gentleman came up to me, and he asked me, and I was not insulted. He asked me, "Was I Herb's son?" Well, at work downtown, okay, Dad, you making all the money. Go ahead, girl. What was I saying? I'm sorry. Herb. Um, this guy asked me, was I Herb Kent's son? Most people would get insulted. Well, Herb didn't have any sons. Herb has a grandson and a daughter, but he has no other kids that we know of. Me, I was a close second, I guess. And the coolest thing is that Robin and I, that's his daughter, Robin Kent, are as close as any brother and sister could be. She calls me. As a matter of fact, last time she was here, she called her mother on the phone and put me on the phone Her mother didn't think it was funny at all. Her mother did not think that that was funny at all. She told me to say that I was him and that I was back. She's like, that is not funny. It's not funny. Oh, no. What's wrong? You don't miss me? She was like, put my daughter back on the phone. So Robin told her it was Al Greer and this, that, and the other. He didn't mean anything by it. Then she laughed. Then she thought it was really funny. At that point, she wanted wanted me to get back on the phone and say some more stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah, Doris didn't like that too tough. Doris was not laughing. Doris was not, no. She didn't think it was funny at first. But when I did it a second time, she was like, yeah, you do sound like him. I said, thank you for your approval. And that was it. But at first time, she was like, put my daughter back on the phone. What kind of malarkey is this? And that was it, boy. But it was so funny. Robin called me the other day. And I looked down the phone. There was her name. I was like, okay. And I hesitated on how to answer the phone. So I was trying to think of something, and I just said, what do you want, Michelle? You know I'm at work right now. She's like, Daddy. I was like, and everybody's like looking at me like who is she talking to? She came to the station a few weeks ago, a few months ago, I should say. And she went, I think, yeah, Matt was off. Matt McGill was off that day. So Ken Duncan was filling in for Matt McGill. And Robin came down there to be interviewed. And it was the funniest thing. Because she would say stuff and I would break in to the conversation and like, that's not true. Why are you lying on me? And everybody was like, they thought it was just really funny. It was just uncanny. As a matter of fact, one of the guys whose station I programmed, he said, I thought it was a recording. He said, nobody sounds that much like her. I said, well, thank you. We got Sam Chapman too. Don't you owe me some money, Sam? Sam was like, I swore I thought that was a recording. Two in a row from Denise Williams. That is Black Butterfly right here on Bedtime Stories. With the peanut butter brother, Al Greer. Just a hint of foreplay. What's going on with Slick Vic Jackson? Slick Vic. Thanks for checking me out here on Facebook. I appreciate you, brother. It's been a while. Been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Anyway, like I said, foreplay is coming up in a few minutes. Stick and stay, like we used to say back in the day. Stick and stay. Here's the first of two in a row from Jay Blackfoot. Just one lifetime. This won't be enough. Got to do it again. Just one lifetime. Be long enough. Slick Vic. Mm-mm. He's making that butter popcorn look good on Kimmel. Kimmel. I got to turn away from that. I love me some popcorn. It's kind of hard to eat when you have no back teeth, though. Mm-mm. Anyway, did I mention that Bank of America, well, they didn't do it. It was another merchant who decided they were going to take $800 out of my account, which left me with a negative. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I get paid from the club on Friday and Saturday. So I'll put it into the right account so that they can get it on Saturday. It'll be late, but they'll get it. So, yeah, that didn't go well at all. I'm like, oh, I should have known better because that's not the account that I use to pay the rent. That's the account I use to pay the bills. So I let them take whatever out of that account. It's like, ha ha ha, y'all didn't get nothing. So, needless to say, I'm temporarily screwed. Temporarily. Yeah. That's why I never give my account number out to anyone. I've learned that before. That's why I have two bank accounts. One I have direct deposit, and the other one I directly deposit money into. That's the one that gets the rent. Yeah. I'm screwed. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So, needless to say, that once I pay my rent, I will have no money until next week. I ain't worried. I paid my light bill. My internet bill is paid. So I can't complain. So that's it. But yeah, screwed up big time. When I looked in my account the next day, I was like, I felt like I'd been raped. I was like, okay. I mean, they got me good. Got me good. I mean, no Vaseline. I mean, they just got me. It'll right. It will not happen again. Trust me. I have learned my lesson. Keep doing what you were doing. It wasn't hurting anything. I was like, dang. I mean, just, yeah, like a prison, you know, you know. Praying for my financial stability. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I was like, dang. Right before right before the turn of the new year. I'm like, not good at all. I mean, just hard and vigorous like. That's the only way to describe it. Just like a thief in the night. Somebody just climbed through your window and just took it. I was like, what I'm gonna do now? So Sunday at church, I was given some money. So I immediately put that money away. I'm like, I don't even want to see it until it's time to, whip it out. So I should have it this weekend. I should. So, but yes, pray for my financial stability. And this is just the beginning of the year. I hope this is not a prelude to what's going to be the rest of the year. Hopefully, it's not going to be like this. I pray that it's not like this all year round, playing catch up. Texas. funeral from James Colbert's, aka Jay Blackfoot's. Just One Lifetime and Taxi, right here on Bedtime Stories with the 3 degrees. I mean, at this point, I can't even take out any loans. It's just, they call me today. This loan company called me today. It's like, how much money do you have in, I mean, how much do you owe in your repo and this, that, and the other? I'm like, and I told them, I guess it wasn't enough because they hung up on me. I'm like, dang, okay. That will put you further in the right. And I know because they are relentless. I mean, they give you that money up front and you pay everything off, but then you owe them. And that ain't good too. Yeah, interest is ridiculous. You take out 3, you got to pay back almost 6. It's ridiculous. So I'm like, I'm glad she did hang up. Because at that point, I was a little vulnerable. So I almost took it. I was like, how soon can you send it? So, but, what they say, hindsight is 2020. Had I paid that $3,000 and got my car back, I still would have been in the hole. Yep. I still would have been in the hole. Deep in the hole. What'd you say? God hung up on her. I know, right? Because I was a little, like I said, I was a little vulnerable. How fast can you deposit that into my account? The good account, not the bad one. There might have been some more charges that people wanted to take out. So, what happened to the payday loans? The payday loan places. What happened to those? I don't see too many of them anymore. Before their days at Philadelphia International, the 3 degrees and maybe, right here on Bedtime Stories. With the peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, this is, of course, all of your favorite old school slow jams from back in the day. And we are sponsored by our good friends over at Grubhub. Mm-mm.
Get the food you love with perks from
Mm-hmm. Grubhub, of course, a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories. Here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis in Chicago, and of course, WRLN That sounds freaky. But anyway, that's just my mic stand, guys. Okay. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Whatever happened to those payday loan stores? PLS, they would always, I dealt with one. This was when when I married my first wife. And, you come down, you pay your loan off and everything else. And they said, well, since you paid for your loan, how would you like a quick $300-400 for the weekend, Mr. Greer? I was like, no, thank you, no deal. So PLS and all the rest of them. What happened? There was one on 87th and Cottage Grove. It's gone too. Then there was one further east on 87th Street. That was the one I used to go to. They're gone. What happened? Ronnie said the new laws. I'm like, oh, okay. They were getting folks left and right, I tell you. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. It's time for foreplay. This lady hails from Harlem, USA. She was singer extraordinaire in the musical The Wiz. She would bring them down every night when she sang the song Home. So you all know who I was talking about, right? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Also, she was the girlfriend of Michael Jackson at one time. All 4'11" of her. Yeah. Tonight we feature in foreplay Miss Stephanie Mills. This is Field the Fire along with Teddy Bear on Bedtime Stories. They're all gone? Really? Wow. Because I noticed, I hadn't seen any of them. And the ones that I saw, they were boarded up. I'm like, dang, they had a good thing going there for a minute. I mean, you get paid and then they take your money out your account. They didn't care how much you made. They're like, oh, well, we got our money. Now, I'm wondering what happened to those people, once they closed their doors. Did they get to keep that money that they got from them or what? Did they have to give it back or was, just that's it. We're done. I was like, wow. In collections. See, that's why when they, back in 2020, when they had these stimulus checks that they were, what you said, jail. They were giving out these stimulus checks. And I was like, I wasn't too cool with that. Because I thought about it. I'm like, okay, they give you a check for $1,500, $2,000. Then what? So when your taxes come out, do they take that money back? I have a friend fighting to get it off her credit report so she can buy her house. I took out one once and they closed down. I don't know if it's still on my credit, but I know they stopped calling me. Guess they can't call from jail, huh? Dinner is served. They ran the prices up to get it back. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But yeah, the stimulus checks. How many people took those stimulus checks? Because I was like, I'm not feeling that. Don't you have to pay that back? You know, it was a good idea that our then president had, but it was like, you know, not really feeling that. What's up? It's the Sister Teresa, flown in from the Vatican. Of course, she had to go to the had to go see about the Pope there. Didn't have to pay any of them back. Really, we're paying it back now. Look at the prices of food. Yeah. Preston said no, I didn't have to pay them back. No. Is it too late for me to take out a stimulus check? Oh, that guy's not the president anymore, right? Okay. So I kind of blew that because everybody was getting these stimulus checks. I'm like, but it was only if you didn't owe taxes. You don't have to pay it back. Okay, in that case, I'll try that. Mm. Hey, Elo, she said I didn't have to pay any of them back. Mm. Any of them? How many were there? Good Lord. Where have I been? I've been up under a rock, I guess. He's back. I was so disappointed. It was three of them. Oh, good Lord. It was automatically given to you as long as you, uh, back as long as you file taxes. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I filed taxes so that I could file bankruptcy. I mean, I got my money back, but the bankruptcy fell through. I was like, give me my money back. Give me my money back. Debt stoppers didn't stop nothing. I was very disappointed with them. I was like, send me my money back. I gave them $350 up front so they could stop the payment of my car or the purchase of the car. Then they turn around and the company called me, well, your car's been sold in an auction, but you owe $4,000. I said, the devil is a liar. Oh, yours went through Peter Francis Geraci. That's what I should have done. Debt stoppers didn't stop nothing. They proceeded with the auction of my car with my DJ speakers and my cymbals and my hi-hat, not my hi-hat, my cymbals, my sticks, and my foot pedal. Mm-mm. So, and then I was expecting to do this gig for New Year's Eve. Well, the gig alone would have paid for paid my rent, right? Because I didn't charge no $300-400 for New Year's Eve, right? More like $750. And then they canceled the gig. I'm like, what I'm gonna do now? I'm like, okay. Hope you got a deposit. You talking about PPP loans? Yes. I didn't take one of those. I didn't. Everybody else did, but I didn't. Oh, for the gig, yeah. But the deposit was only $250. And that was paid back in 2020. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I got a deposit, but they canceled it once before back in 2020. So this time I was supposed to get the balance of, what it was. And it wasn't. And luckily I, texted the guy on a Thursday of last week. I was like, are we still on for Saturday? Nope. I thought I told you. No, you didn't tell me anything, sir. I got my suit picked out and everything. No, sir. But he had paid me the deposit back in 2020 because that's when the original party was supposed to go down. So when it didn't, I got to keep the deposit. He said, well, this is the deposit on whenever we have the gig again, which was supposed to be this year. Well, last year. $15 to $30K and more. Wow. Well, I'm sure it's not too late to file for a stip. Brenda Brown Long, what's going on, Juicy B? All right. I'm sure it's not too late to file, right? For some stimulus. Would you say way too late? Dang. Happy New Year, Brenda. Would you say way too late? Brenda Brown Law, Happy New Year. Hmm. You probably would have gotten it because you have a legit business. Hmm. Yep, I am legit. Too legit to quit. Ah. And there went dinner. Brenda Brown Law, I ain't seen you all year. Right. Yep, ain't seen you all year, girl. Where you been? Mm-mm. Oh, I have seen you. Okay, all right. I was just making a joke. We're only, what, 4 days into the new year. I ain't seen you all year. You know, Happy New Year to you, Brenda. Still drinking this tea with lemon and lime. Baby, I'm slowly but surely getting my voice back. Just staying out of the way. Glad you're doing well. Staying out of the way. Something I don't know anything about? Mm-mm. The last time I talked to somebody, they were like, but aren't you still married? And in my Trump voice, fake news, fake news. Mm, 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 mm. I hear you. Wrapping up foreplay, Stephanie Mills, and I feel good all over. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Ken Watlington, also to Brenda Brown Long, to Elo. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate it. And for those of you who are going to send me some donations tonight via the Zelle app. Yeah, right. What if I did wake up in the morning and I had like $400 more in my account than I had when I went to bed? That would be just so cool. Yeah, right. And pigs fly. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, with the first of two in a row from the Isley Brothers. This is You're Beside Me on Bedtime Stories. I'm going to call it a day. I know, right? For real. Mm-mm. But I'm just saying, wouldn't that be so nice? Y'all don't hear me though. And like he always begging, don't he work? Don't he have three, four jobs? Yeah, I do. I guess y'all never heard that song by Biggie. More money, more problems. Yeah, more money, more problems. If I still owe people money, yep, I still owe them money. You hold the key. Bring it down. You know where my head is at. Headed to Dubai, but feeling okay. I lost my dad in October, just hanging in there. Man, you don't have to tell me. That's yeah. Dubai. Well, have fun in Dubai, wherever that is. Overseas somewhere. Yes, and be careful over there. Yep, be careful. You're besides me. That's on my bucket list this year to go there. Your son is getting married in Dubai. Okay, cool. Not bad at all. He must be in the service. Oh, he lives in Vegas. Okay. Okay. No more questioning. Destination wedding. All right. Sounds like a title to a movie. Destination wedding. Destination wedding. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without a parent. If I ever decide to do it again, I would definitely do that. No, no comment, Ronnie. No comments. At least I'm realistic. I know I'm never going to get married again. I know that's a done deal right there. I know that is a done deal with me. Yep. Get married. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's funny. But you said never say never. Brenda, I can't get nobody to go out on a date with me. How am I going to get married? And I keep getting turned down for breakfast, for brunch, for the show, for concerts. You know, it's like remember the movie, the first one, Coming to America, when the old lady says, "Well, if you're a prince, I'll marry you." I'm like, "No, Granny, no. Take these earrings and scatter." No. Mm-mm. Somebody posted today, said, "Don't settle just to be in a relationship, or don't settle for anyone just to be in a relationship." I think it was something like that. I'm like, okay, I won't settle. That's so true. Just don't, just to have a title. Yeah. Me too. They want dinner and sex. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I missed something. They want dinner and sex. Is that a bad thing? I'm not quite understanding. They want dinner and sex. Well, they want you to buy dinner? I mean, all right, we're all adults here. We're all adults. Everybody on here has had sex. Everybody. There is nobody on this live line that has not had sex. I'm not saying to lower your standards, anyone. Trust me, I'm not saying that. But if the feeling hits both of you all, then, we're not getting any younger. We're not getting any younger. And one day you're going to, look back and say, I should have done this. I could have done this. Then it's too late. You laying up in a wheelchair or in a bed and they turning you because you got bed sores. I'm not saying sleep with the first guy you see, maybe the second one. I'm just saying they want dinner and sex. Okay. What she's trying to say is they come out the door wanting, oh, that's not a real. Okay, I get that. I get that. And see, that's just it. Men don't like to date. They don't like that whole chivalry thing, opening doors and holding hands and kissing hands. They want to get to the good part, down to the good part. When we going to get to the good part, and I get that. Date me, woo me, wine me, and dine me. And then maybe on up the road, then 69 me. But don't try to 69 me on the first date. Because who knows, every time you start a relationship doing something, then that's what they're going to expect every time. They're going to expect you to put out every time and to put out well every time. That's what they're going to expect. Well, you gave it to me the first time. Well, that was a fluke. I wasn't really trying to do that to you. Oh, well, y'all shouldn't be so fine. I'm sorry. I know that's no excuse. That's the man side of me talking, okay? Well, you shouldn't be so damn fine. I wouldn't want to sleep with you. And that's just a man thing. In your mind, you thinking, okay, she want me. And yeah, that is a turn. That is a turn off. Even to me, is a turn off. For a woman to talk about sex all night, what's she gonna do to me? That is a turn off. Tell me the bedtime story now. Two in a row from the Isaac Brothers. That is Don't Hold Back Your Love. Right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. We're talking about relationships right now, or lack thereof. It is 2023, fellas. Don't expect to have sex on the first date. You can expect it, but you ain't gonna get it. Any um, self-respecting woman is not going to just lay down and let you lay down on top of them for the first date. My thing is, the things that you do to get a woman are the things that you do to keep. And if that means taking them out and feeding them, if it means going to the show and feeding them, if that means holding her hand, holding her head, rubbing her feet, then after that, then maybe, just maybe, she might be inclined to have sex with you. But then, how many people know that sex and love are two different things? Now, you can get sex anywhere. You can go up the street and get some sex, you know. Like Bernie Mac said, they should put it in cans. Give me a six pack. But that's just it. It's not what you want. Sex, okay. Sex can last anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, maybe 20 if you're lucky. But lovemaking, it could last all weekend. Here's Isaac Hayes. Your love is so doggone good. I think every ex that I had was at my dad's funeral. Whoa. Brenda said, I'm a touchy-feely person. Give me a chance to feel you. I want much more. And most women, they do. They want more. They want more of what a man can give them. If the man is not touchy-feely, well, in the way that women are, then they don't know how not to be a man, if that makes any sense. They're not into that, wooing you and whining and dining and, surprising you with, the flowers and everything else. Because most men don't know how to be gentlemen. There's a big difference. Every guy on here that's a guy is a man. Everyone is not a gentleman. It's a big difference. Like I always say, chivalry is not dead. Chivalry is on life support. And these guys out here don't get it. Oh man, she wouldn't sleep with me. You think? My thing has always been expect the unexpected. In other words, if it happens, it happens. But don't go on a date with specifics, with an agenda that you're gonna get laid that night. Because if it don't happen, you're disappointed. If it does happen, fine. But you know, but my thing is, if she sleeps with you on the first date, what makes you think she ain't sleeping with somebody else on the first date? So now it runs into her being being loose, being loose. So it's like it's a catch-22. If she sleeps with you on the first date, are you really satisfied? Or are you like, dang, she slept with me on the first date? So, fellas are just as confused as women are because the women don't know what we want. Well, they know what we want. But the fellas are confused as to what they want. Do you want to be made love to? Or do you just want somebody to suck your... Because, you go down to Rush Street or wherever, any corner USA and go, you know, get her done. Get her done. You won't get no real woman. You get what you want, but you won't get what you need. Because how many people know she ain't gonna be on that same corner the next time? She gonna move around. She gonna move around. That's the difference. Do you want a relationship with a woman, or do you want a one-night stand with a whore? Make up your mind, fellas. I know what I want, and I know what I need. My wants can be fulfilled with Pornhub, baby oil, and a towel. But I need to have a warm body laying next to me so that I can put my arm around her and go to sleep. No sex needed. You want it, but you don't need it. Now, if she initiates the sex or the love making or whatever, that's a different story. Then go for it. I'm saying go for it. But he said, "Now that's my cue." But don't have an opinion about her tomorrow because she did it. Oh man, this chick sucked my... Ain't that what you wanted? So now you're going down her because she did it so freely. But you're going to fuss about it even if she don't do it on the first time. Or if she doesn't do it right. You still going to have an attitude. She wouldn't give me none on the first date. You think? Maybe she respects herself. Or she did give you some on the first date. Maybe she doesn't respect herself. Or maybe she's a woman that knows what she wants. In other words, she's a female player. She wants what she wants, just like you want what you want. But it's not what you both need. She might, like I said, she might be a female player. She might flip the script on you. It's happened. Oh no, no, you lay down. Baby, what you finna do to me? No, you lay down, Negro. Oh, she pulls out the sodomizer 2000 on you. It's like, oh, wait. The woman who gets up dressed faster than a man. I know, right? But some women are like that. They know what they want and they take what they want. But best believe it's going to be with the right man because she don't want no repercussions later on. She don't want to have no baby by no nothing Negro. In that case, she shouldn't be having unprotected sex. Now, that's a whole different story. Now, if you're going into it and you all agree that this is what we're going to do, we're going to have sex, no strings attached. You call me when you call me. When you're ready again, I might come over. And that's it. That's a whole nother story. If you all are, in agreement, and that's it. But it's got to be with the right person, and it's got to be discussed. It's got to be discussed ahead of time. Never go into something like that blindly. Never just go into it blindly because feelings are going to get hurt later on. Well, I thought, no, you didn't think. Well, I thought we were making love. No, we were having sex. Otherwise, we'd still be talking and we'd still be in the bed and not talking about it. And that's the difference. Brenda said, if it's good, I'm going back. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as it's in agreement. Like, did you like that? Was I good? You want me to, okay. You want to come back over? And that's it. But it has to be agreed upon. Now, back in the day, I will admit, wasn't no agreements. It was like, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do it. And that was it. Right. You got to agree that this is, this is the no feelings clause. Signed, if you catch feelings, I'm sorry. Now, we're going to do this or we're going to do this. Are we going to have sex or are we going to make love? Am I hitting it and quit or am I going to lay and stay? And that's it. It's got to be discussed. Like, where are you going? No, my ninja. Your toothbrush is in the bathroom right now. You ain't going nowhere. No, you ain't gonna do me like that and just leave. No, bro. Have a seat. You fix you some breakfast. You look hungry. And that's it. But there has to be some sort of agreement. There can't be, any miscommunication. because that's going to be the first thing. Well, I thought, truly, you didn't. You didn't think it out, is what you didn't do. Brenda said, I will get up and walk out. I was going to say something, but I don't know you that well. You going to get up and leave a brother hanging? He's just waving in there. You're just going to get up and walk out, huh? No, you're not. If you anything like me, because I remember one morning I was dating this girl. She said, yep, for sure, okay. Was she at my house or was I at her house? I don't even remember. I remember going to the bathroom and I came back and I thought I was in a movie. She threw the covers off and she was sitting there like, and you could hear it. It was, and she's just going to town. I'm like, I was stunned. I was like, I didn't do enough. I wasn't. She was like, no, I was warming it up for you, Daddy. I'm like, oh, boing. I'm going in. I'm going in. I mean, she was sitting, Ronnie, Brenda, she was going to town. It was like, I was like, girl, you better stop. You're going to make me come before I even get in there. I was like, I was like, let me go over here and take care of my business. Needless to say, I was late for work that day. And oh my God, she was so turned on. She was, so I was equally as turned on. And that was the result of it. No foreplay was needed. She'd already started without me. I was like, all I had to do was just, put on my snorkel and jump in. The water was already fine. I was like, oh my goodness. I was scared to put it in. I was too excited. I'm like, I don't want to disappoint her. She grabbed my hip. She said, slow down, baby. Slow down, Daddy. Where you going? I was like, oh, okay. Snorkel, yeah. Yeah, snorkel. I'm going in. When you're going in the deep, what you do? Put the snorkel on. Just as long as the water's hot, girl, you have all the love I've got. My voice is back, baby. Almost, anyway. Man, look at the time. Where'd all the time go? Now I'm all lightheaded and got to go to bed, I tell you. Thank you so much for the conversation, Ronnie and Brenda. I'm glad you all stayed up with me. I don't know what happened to the guys, but the girls, I have some of the best conversations with the ladies. I can't identify with some of the guys. I just can't. Because all they want to do is just talk about what they going to do to a woman. They just want to just, dive in with no snorkel. And my question is, I love you too, Brenda. Thank you. Are you going to stay and lay, or you want to hit it and quit it? My answer is I want to stay and lay and lay some more. These days I just want to throw my arm around somebody and just go to sleep. It's not even about sex anymore. I guess because I had so much in the past, I'm just all sexed out. Let's just lay here and watch some Netflix and chill, okay? Once again, thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Brenda. Y'all understand what I'm saying, right? Netflix and chill, baby. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, ladies. Mm. Well, thank you, ladies. It's easier to talk to you all than the guy. And you better get in there and like, no, I can't do that. No, it ain't gonna. It's not gonna last. Be too excited and just, I'm done. She gonna be laying there like, really, really, you done, really? And she gonna be like old girl that morning. Walk in the room and she just go into town like, dang girl, it looks so explicit. I swear it looked like I was in a movie. I'm like, dang, she just little fingers was going. Anyway, good night. Love you guys. Peace out.